In our previous video, we taught you how to sense qi through touch. The feedback was overwhelmingly positive. So today, we're introducing another way to perceive qi through sight, a practice known as the method of qi gazing. Qi is a central concept in Chinese traditional culture and Daoist cultivation. Not only is it a vital component in cosmology, but in certain Daoist lineages, the ability to perceive and observe qi is considered the very first step of spiritual practice. The very emergence of the Dao De Jing is traditionally linked to the art of qi observation. According to Liu Xiang's biographies of immortals from the Western Han Dynasty, when Laozi journeyed west, Yingxi, the warden of Hangu Pass, first perceived his qi. Knowing a sage would soon arrive, he waited and intercepted him, and indeed found Laozi. He then invited the sage to stay and share his wisdom. Laozi obliged, delivering teachings that were later compiled by Yingxi into the text we now know today as the Dao De Jing. This event also gave rise to the enduring legend of purple qi from the east, 紫气东来, a phrase referring to the noble purple radiance said to accompany a master cultivator in Daoist tradition. The Zhuangzi also states, taking heaven as the model, virtue as the foundation, and Tao as the gate, one discerns almonds from transformation. This is called a sage. The phrase almonds from transformation implies the ability to perceive shifts and patterns in qi. Ancient governmental texts like the Zhou rituals, Zhou also mention official positions such as officers of celestial signs, 世境, whose role was to interpret auspicious and inauspicious signs by observing the 10 radiances, an early form of structured qi observation. In early Chinese understanding, qi patterns, qi xiang, was deeply connected to the tides of destiny and the tendency of historical trend. The records of the grand historian, Shi Ji, contains numerous accounts where qi patterns offer prophetic insight. In the annals of Emperor Gaozu, for example, it is recorded, Qin Shi Huang often said, there is the qi of a son of heaven rising in the southeast, and so he traveled east to suppress it. Ironically, Liu Bang, the founder of Han Dynasty, did indeed rise to power from the southeastern region. In that same chronicle, when Liu Bang was hiding in the mountain, his wife, Empress Lu, was able to find him repeatedly. Asked how she managed this, she replied, there is always a cloud of qi hovering above where Ji, Liu Bang, is. I simply follow it and found him every time. This was taken as a divine omen of Liu Bang's future imperial fate. Later, during the infamous feast at the Hongmen, the true strategist Fan Zeng sent a scout to observe the qi above Liu Bang's military camp. The report was chilling. I saw forms of dragons and tigers, glowing in the 5 colors. This is the qi of a son of heaven. Strike now or miss your chance. Beyond myth and history, qi observation serves highly practical purposes as well, from assessing a person's vitality and fortune to diagnosing health condition. In Feng Shui, the ability to perceive qi is foundational. Guo Pu, the founder of Feng Shui, the Chinese Geomancy, wrote in his classic of burial. Burial is concealment, and it must ride upon living qi. The qi of yin and yang exhales as wind, rises as cloud, descends as rain, and travels through the earth as living qi. The ancients gathered it so it would not disperse, and guided it to settle. This is what we now call Feng Shui. By interpreting how qi flows and accumulates, practitioners could determine whether a location was beneficial for health, harmony, and prosperity. In traditional Chinese medicine, qi observation is also a cornerstone of diagnosis. The Yellow Emperor's inner classics, 黄帝内经素问 states, the brilliance of the 5 colors reflect the essence of qi. In other words, the luster of one's eyes and the tones of one's face reveal internal states of their qi. By observing colors and qualities of their qi, a skilled practitioner can discern the state of the internal organs. Another passage further connects color patterns to organ imbalances. White around the nose for lung issues, green in the eye corners for liver, yellow lips for spleen, right cheekbones for heart, and dark cheek for kidney. These subtle variations of qi in facial color were seen as reflection of internal disturbances. So, how is this method be conducted? Can you really observe the qi? Today, with the 3-minute practice that we're going to introduce, let's explore the world of qi through sight. You will learn to see, understand, and engage with the hidden dimension of the world for yourself. I am Daoist Zhaoning from Shengxuan Daoism. If you find this interesting and helpful, feel free to like and follow us for more content on Daoism and Daoist cultivation. Let's get started. In Daoist cultivation, as your inner practice deepens, so does your capacity to perceive the subtlety of qi. With continual development, one can observe increasingly refined layers of the qi reality. Today, we will guide you through a foundational qi gazing exercise designed to help you begin seeing qi with your own eyes. That said, this practice is more advanced than the open-close qi pulling method we introduced earlier. It assumes that you already have a basic sensitivity to qi. Take your time, stay patient, and give yourself room to grow. Through regular practice, your ability of seeing qi will gradually unfold. Okay, stage 0, preparation. Before starting, we recommend doing 1 round of open-close qi pulling method. If you're unfamiliar with this method, you can find our earlier video tutorial here, and also in the description below. Stage 1, awakening sensation. Once you can feel qi while opening and closing your palms, let's move on to the fingertips. Positioning your 10 fingertips facing each other, like this. Then, practice another round of the open-close pulling method, but this time with the fingertips. Perform 18 slow and mindful repetitions. Sync the movement with your breath. So, like this. So when you breathe in, you pull apart. And when you breathe out, you close. So if you do it continuously, it will be like this. So inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. The method is just the same as the open-close qi pulling method from last video. It's just that in the previous video, you use your palm to do the open-close, but this time you use your fingertips. So while you do this, make sure to keep your mind focused on your fingertips and the space between them. With time, you may begin to notice subtle sensations on and between your fingers. Perhaps a feeling of warmth, coolness, a soft tingling, a moist or silky texture, or even a sensation of resistance or gentle pulling. Just like the qi sensation we introduced last time, only that this time on the fingers. Stage 2, gazing into the space between the fingers. So once you can feel the qi at your fingertip, continue to make your fingers facing each other. This time, narrow your eyes slightly and begin to gaze into the space between your fingers while continuing the open-close pulling motion. So it will look like this. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. For the best result, perform this exercise against a clean, unclustered background, such as a plain white wall, for example. This helps minimize visual distractions and makes it easier to perceive the more subtle forms of qi, especially for beginners. So what you need to do is to find a clean background and make sure that when you do the polling method, right, you only see the white wall as the background. So it will be cleaner to perceive the qi. Repeat this movement for 18 times, just as before. As you practice, you may begin to see a mist-like or flowing transparent connection between your fingers. These visual layers, sometimes appearing as a dimming glow, ripple, or translucent thread, will change shape as your fingers move. You may also notice that these visual changes correspond subtly to your sensation of qi. Stage 3. Observing the qi in the world. Once you can consistently see the flow of qi between your fingers, raise your hand to your eye level and shift your gaze outward, this time looking just beyond the edge of your fingers. Again, use a plain background, such as a white wall, to reduce visual distractions. So it will look like this. Place your hand to about eye level and against a white wall, and focus your attention. Try to observe the space just outside your fingers, so around the edge of your fingers. You can also do a sword finger shape like this, so it will be easier to observe. Try to focus, try to observe. Breathe steadily. As your focus stabilizes, you may begin to perceive a faint, translucent glow of qi around your fingers, like a soft halo of light. This is a qi pattern of the defensive qi, present to all living beings. As your practice deepens, you will begin to see the subtle radiance of qi more clearly and consistently. Then, you can start to observe other people. When the practice is adequate, you will start to see a similar qi pattern around them, the outer edge of their bodies, gently outlined by a layer of qi. You can start with the head and the shoulder areas. In nature, you can try observing trees, especially healthy, vibrant ones. You will notice a luminous layer of qi surrounding them as well. As your ability deepens, you will experience and realize that all things carry this layer of qi. Each has a unique quality. Some are brighter, some dimmer, some denser, others lighter. Some appear thick or thin, and over time, you may even begin to perceive different colors. If you're able to see qi patterns early in the practice, congratulations, you may have a natural sensitivity to this subtle layer of reality, and beginning cultivation from the route of qi may come more easily to you. If your perceptions are not as clear or you feel uncertain about it, don't be discouraged. That's completely normal. Qi gazing is a more advanced skill, and in our experience, most people need sustained and regular practice to truly awaken this ability. You can continue with this exercise or alternate it with the open-close qi pulling method from our previous video. Daily practice is key. Over time, your ability to sense qi will grow. To support your journey, we've also created a free course called Exploring the World of Qi. offering a comprehensive introduction to Qi and a set of enhanced training methods to accelerate your experience. If you're interested, you can register on our website through the link in the description below, or directly go to our website at shengxuandaoism.com. Qi is not merely a singular form of energy. It is an entire reality unto itself. It transcends material existence and opens a new mode of perceiving the world. Through Qi observation, we begin to access a hidden dimension that has always been present but often overlooked. As the Grand Master Zhang Sanfeng wrote in his Guide to Ascending the Heaven, fish live in water, yet are unaware of water. Humans dwell within Qi, yet know now they're in the Qi. This profound statement reminds us that we're immersed in Qi at all time, though we rarely recognize it. In the traditional Chinese medicine, Qi observation is also an important method for diagnosing and assessing a person's health. The looking in the diagnostic method of looking, listening, asking, and palpation refers specifically to the observation of Qi. Today's practices focuses on observing the Wei Qi, the protective surface level Qi that flows along with blood and guard the body. As your cultivation deepens and your perception sharpens, you will begin to notice finer and hidden details through Qi gazing. For example, a person with thick and stable Qi patterns often enjoys greater physical vitality. Cultivators of internal arts may exhibit especially rich and dense Qi, sometimes even with a special pattern of purplish hue. Qi observation also extends to spiritual objects, items that have been effectively spiritually empowered, such as talismans or sacred tools, often exhibit stronger and more luminous Qi pattern. The brighter and denser the Qi, the more spiritually potent the item tends to be. In Chinese medicine, if a practitioner has mastered Qi observation, they can also use it to directly assess the condition of a patient's internal organs through the external signs of Qi patterns. And this is only the beginning. The world of Qi is vast, subtle, expansive, and deeply mysterious. If you are drawn to explore this dimension more deeply, we invite you to join our free course, Exploring the World of Qi, as well as our mini course on Daoist magical practices. Both offer practical tools to enhance your experience and connection to the Qi realm. We welcome you to walk this path with us into the living mystery of Daoist cultivation.